It's definitely true that growing seasons have gotten longer. Temperatures have gotten higher, at least in Iowa where I live. We're getting more rain and more severe storms. I don't know whether they're accelerating, but they're definitely continuing. They definitely can change their growing practices. So out in western Kansas, where it's getting drier, they are both growing improved varieties of corn that have higher drought tolerance. So that's one thing they change. Second one is they can change their growing practices. They can change their agronomic practices. They can reduce the number of plants per acre. And this means there's more water per plant. So that's one way to adapt to changing climate change. And a third approach, of course, is to change what crop you grow. And that's another thing that isn't happening so much, but it may happen. There are scientists working on improving drought tolerance and cold tolerance so that plants are able to still produce satisfactory yield even if the climate is more stressful, more difficult. There are agronomists who are working on agronomic or farming practices that would be better. That's just not my expertise, so I can't address it. So most of the effort today is improving the existing crops. We have an infrastructure designed to harvest and store and market corn and soybeans. But there is an opportunity. I'm involved in a startup company, Dryland Genetics, which is developing proso millet, which is a crop that can produce grain per pound of grain, it uses less water than the others. That's going to be useful out in the far western plains where either there's no water or the irrigation water is running out and it could be grown there. So that would be something where we could perhaps expand growing conditions using a new crop. All of the data that I've seen is there will be winners and losers, but the losers will far outnumber the winners. So most areas of the globe will suffer decreased crop yields as climate change continues. And unfortunately, a lot of the places that will suffer the most are in the very important agricultural regions around the globe. Those are going to suffer severely. You might think as climate warms, we could just move the crop growing area to the north. And the problem is the best soils are where we're growing crops now. And as we moved the crops up into Canada, they just don't have the soils that we have as we go far enough north.